but kind of like this, right? Kind of like that, right? Today we'll be talking about working remotely. I'll be showing you the kit that I carry in order to be able to perform while I'm not at my desk or while I'm not in the office. So I guess it goes a little something like this. So everything that I have around me is based around functionality. I don't purchase items because they're trending. I don't purchase tech because it's the latest. I genuinely buy stuff because it is useful, it is helpful, it is reliable, and it makes sense. So when I'm working remotely, when I'm traveling and I'm working remotely, it's essentially what I'm going for here. Headphones are important because the headphones allow you to take calls. The mobile phone is important because the mobile phone allows you to then receive those calls. And number three, the laptop, the hardware, super important. You need a good laptop in order to work remotely. Otherwise, there's no point. You're going to have tech failure on tech failure on tech failure. So keep those things in mind. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything, but as we go along, one or two things might pop into my mind. All right, so first things first is the headset. You're probably wondering, the headset, is it important? It's extremely important, my guy, especially if you're taking calls. If part of your job requires you to take calls, perhaps customer service, or you work in a call center, or just you have meetings throughout the day. Headsets are so important. I've got here on my head the WXM5s, I think. These babies are amazing, and I've got here with me the Beats earbuds, if I can get them open. These little things over here. The reason why I'm bringing the Beats into the picture is because I want to illustrate something very, very important for me anyways. The headset that you're choosing to purchase must be able to be connected to two devices at the same time. There is nothing more frustrating, there's nothing more annoying than having your headset connected to one device and then there's an incoming call on another device and then you having to disconnect the headset from one device in order for it to connect to the other. That is infuriating. It is 2024. We should not be having this kind of problems. One headset should be able to connect to two devices simultaneously. And this is the problem. If you're listening to music with these on your laptop, say you're playing Spotify, or say you're like me and you like listening to white noise or sounds of the rainforest or some shit, and you get an incoming call on your other device, you will need to disconnect these babies from your laptop in order to pick up the call on your phone. It's 2024. If these things cannot pair to two devices at once, I don't really have a function for them. XMX5s, 1000X, bruh. I'm gonna have to put it up here somewhere. But these babies. Again, we talk about functionality, and this here is so important for me because whilst I'm looking at something on my laptop, I will more or less get a phone call on my mobile phone and I'll need to be able to pick it up as quick as possible without any clicking and clacking and none of that. This is important. It's so important. I'll start from the beginning. Comfort, it's there. You've got comfort. You can wear these for a 12-hour shift. That's fine. Maybe not a 12-hour shift. Take a break every now and then. But you can wear these. They're perfectly fine. The cushioning, perfect. Noise cancellation, as far as overhead headphones go, perfect. Microphone, I've not had any complaints. Microphone, perfect. If you're wearing these and you speak to someone, they will automatically cut the audio in order for you to be able to listen to somebody speak. Pretty good. I don't need that functionality because I don't speak to anyone and I don't like people speaking and I don't like people speaking to me. So I don't really need that function. But yeah, if you're in an office and your colleague is trying to speak to you, these here will help because they'll cut off automatically and you can speak to your colleague. When you're done, they will realize that you're done because it'll go quiet and then it'll pick back up again with the noise cancelling. These are important. The most important thing about these here is the ability to have two devices connected to them at the same time without having to disconnect one from the other, kind of like the Beats. So if I'm listening to audio on my laptop and my phone rings, I just pick up the phone. It cuts off the laptop automatically. The phone call goes on. Phone call takes priority. When the phone call is done, it goes back to Spotify on my laptop and we're good. depending on the type of job that you do, you want to be able to use your fingers, right? So if a client is talking to you and talking to you about a document on your laptop, you don't want to put the phone here and be like that. If it's an hour-long call, that's pretty effed up. So you got headphones, good quality headphones, good quality sound, more importantly, good quality microphone, and you can work with your fingers being accessible. I don't know if that makes sense, but kind of like this, right? Kind of like that, right? So if something you have that is tech is not helping you with your work, it's pretty much useless tech. The next bit of tech that's, I would say, quite important for you if you're remote working is obviously your mobile phone. For me, the S23 Ultra is the ultimate phone. One of the requirements that I have when I'm buying a phone is memory. My S23 Ultra is 1 TB. It literally has 1 TB of space in it. I don't have time to go through videos, delete files, recycle files. I don't have time for that. It still hasn't run out of space. It's got like a couple of gigs left, but I'll have to check that out because it's been like a year and a half now, or like a year. That it has dual SIM card. Dual SIM card is so important for me. I used to carry 2 phones back in the day. You know how it is when you're from the streets. I used to carry 2 phones back in the day. Now I only carry 1 phone. So it's got my personal number and it's got my work number. And it's perfect. You can switch the SIM on, switch the SIM off. It has the eSIM feature. So if you go into another country and you don't want to buy the SIM card, you just go onto one of these websites and they'll give you an eSIM activation. I was also going for screen size. Screen size is important for me. Sometimes I will get emails and I don't have my laptop with me. Nothing worse than looking at an email and trying to squint your eyes and trying to figure out, no. Massive screen, as big as a screen can get, essentially. And that was important for me. And then number 2 was the 2 SIMs. The 2 SIMs were very, very important for me. I need those 2 SIM cards. It's very, very important for me. So the S23 Ultra is the kit that I have. Also, in addition to that, is DeX is so useful. DeX is one of those things where I think it is a bit underrated, but if you know how to use DeX, DeX is perfect, is absolutely perfect. A combination of DeX and Google Drive is perfect. If you're working remotely, this combination here, amazing. DeX will literally turn your phone into a PC. Like, I'll connect my mouse to my phone and I'll connect my wireless keyboard to my phone as well. And then we'll open Google Drive and I'll edit documents with just the phone, a wireless keyboard and a wireless mouse. So yeah, DeX is phenomenal. It's all about functionality. So if the S23 Ultra can do everything that I needed to do, I don't have a reason to get a brand new phone. The next bit of kit that is potentially important to you is your laptop. Because you work remotely, you don't have time to carry your big ass PC with you everywhere you go. So you might want to purchase a laptop that can function just as well. Income, the Helios Predator 18, which is my laptop. I'm a big fan of the Predator series. Acer don't pay me. They should be paying me. I talk so much about these series, but I had the Predator 300. Now I've got the Helios 18. And again, it's down to functionality, because what happens is when we purchase these laptops, we spec them out, right? So the RAM is increased, the storage is increased on these things here. We already buy them at a high spec, so we buy them at the highest spec that we can get. But if you're buying it directly from the website, they're only going to spec it out to a certain point. After that, it's up to you to buy additional storage or additional RAM if you want. Storage is very important for me. I need a lot of storage on my laptop. I don't have time to delete files or no. Just give me a lot of storage, and then maybe once a year, I'll find time to delete some of the stuff that I don't need, but I need storage on my laptop. The second thing that I need about a laptop is good RAM. The laptop cannot be lagging. I do not want my laptop lagging. Part of working remotely is being able to do your job perfectly fine. So when you have multiple tabs open and you have multiple screens, we'll talk about connecting monitors to the laptop in a second. The last thing you want is the lagging between switching from this screen to this screen to that screen. That is infuriating. In 2024, lagging laptops should not exist whatsoever. So the RAM has to be spec, the storage has to be up to spec. Those are the primary functions on the laptop. Secondly is the screen. You guys might have noticed the Helios Predator 18 has a massive screen. I purposefully need a massive screen because, again, when I don't have my additional monitors, which we'll talk about in a second, I will rely on the laptop screen to split in the middle and give me two documents on each side. The way I can coordinate my work. Very, very important. I play video games on my laptop because every now and then I need a break. I'll do video editing on my laptop because every now and then I need a break. And so when you're video editing on this here, when you're running CapCut, when you're running Premiere Pro, when you're running Photoshop, it doesn't lag. Like the Acer Predator Helios 18 will eat it. It doesn't struggle with video games. It doesn't struggle with software. I have yet to find, I really thought it was Premiere Pro, but I have yet to find software that would make it struggle. It doesn't struggle. The Helios Predator 18 is an absolute beast. Prior to the Helios 18, I was using the Predator Helios 300, which I love so much. These laptops are just absolute beasts. The only reason why I got an upgrade is because of the USB. We're talking about remote working, right? So we're talking about the fact that you're not at your desk, you're actually somewhere else, but you still need to function. The only thing that I'll say about the Helios is it is heavy, man. It is a heavy, heavy laptop. It is a heavy laptop to be carrying around. But, you know, one sacrifice, you know, it helps. The X-Reels. I've done videos on the X-Reels before. I know that Apple has those weird ass, I don't know what they're called, but Apple has those weird big glasses, chunky things that look absolutely mad. Dudes out here looking like, what's the name of that character from Aquaman? The Mantis. Dudes is out here looking like the Mantis with those glasses, man. Jesus Christ, man. I would not want to carry that Apple headset in my backpack. I'm telling you, man, it is ridiculous. I also would not like to be using it in public. It looks absolutely ridiculous. It looks absolutely foolish. These are the X-Reels. They look like Ray-Bans. Part of the reason why I got them. They're also very small, very discreet. You don't look like an idiot, basically. Like the people that wear those stupid Apple, like people that are wearing that stupid Apple headset, basically. Anyway, it comes with a case. These are the glasses. Something that's very important as I untangle them is when we spoke about laptops, I said I had the Acer Predator 300 Helios, and I got the brand new Helios 18 laptop. And part of the reason why I upgraded was because of this baby here. These X-Reels right here. They need USB-C, but not just any USB-C, which I found out the hard way. They need USB-C display output because this in essence turns into a monitor. So you've got your shade here in case you want to make them really, really dark, but you can also remove them for when you need not that much darkness. On the side, you've got a brightness tab. On the side, you've got speakers as well. I am a big fan of these glasses because not only do you not look like an idiot wearing them, but the functionality, 90 Hertz, is absolutely fine. If you're an Android user, if you're a PC user, I believe they're on the final stages of the beta testing. So the final version of the software should be coming soon. In the meantime, you can use version 1.1, I think, of the beta testing. I've done a video of that already, but go check it out. And in essence, what these things allow you to do is to have multiple screens. So instead of being one of those people that travel with those flat monitors, you guys know those flat monitors, they attach to their laptop monitor and then they stretch them out and it becomes like two monitors. Nah, none of that. Yeah. None of that. That shit is weird. It's 2024. If you have a watch that can talk to you, you should be able to have display monitors that you can see without having to carry those big ass monitors with you. I've done videos on these. You can check them out. You plug this end of the USB into your laptop and you instantly have 3 monitors. I use 3. I think if you download an external software, you can have 5, but 5 is a bit over the top. I just need 3. I need a main monitor, I need an open file monitor, and I need a communication monitor. You do not need to carry a big monitor with you. You can adjust these babies here to move backwards or forwards, enlarge your screen, resize your screen, or the screens on the side, you can curve them or just not curve them. You can also move them far apart or you can bring them closer. So again, we're talking about functionality here. If you're someone that uses multiple screens, you might need to get you a pair of these X-Real N-Real glasses. Just make sure, these are the Air 2s. I got these pre-sale. I brag about that a lot because I had the plug. I had the plug in China and I got these before they launched. I'm kind of proud of that. Going back to the mobile phone and how the mobile phone is functional, your glasses can connect to your mobile phone. So again, we're talking about DeX. So you connect these, you turn DeX on because you cannot have DeX and Nebula. Nebula is the software for the glasses. You cannot have both of them running at the same time. Or alternatively, what you can do is shut down DeX. Don't let DeX launch. Use Nebula, log into your Google, log into whatever you need to do, and use these babies here in order to be able to work from your mobile. So you can connect these here to your mobile phone. Perfectly fine, bro. Perfectly fine. Connect this to your mobile, connect this to your laptop, and it gives you extra display settings. That's it. That's all you need, basically. I think that's practically it. So we've spoken about the headphones. The headphones will connect to the mobile phone, which will connect to the laptop. Answering calls on the mobile phone or answering calls on the laptop. I think we've pretty much covered it. The mobile phone, storage is important. No one has time to be deleting files out here in these streets. Also, the type of phone, I guess for some content creators, the camera is important. For me, the display size is important because I can easily turn my Samsung into a PC very easily, very efficient. There is no lagging on the S23 Ultra, not that I've seen. You can also split screens on the S23 Ultra. It just depends on what you want to do. But the S23 Ultra for me is a phenomenal machine. Your laptop is important. It needs to be able to function. RTX 3060 higher, I guess. USB Type-C display is required, and a battery, a good battery for when it's not plugged into the wall is also required. A good size screen, good quality screen is also, I mean, everyone has their preferences when it comes to laptop, but for me, the Predator Helios 18, it just captures everything. It just does what I need it to do. The downside is it's pretty heavy. It's a pretty heavy laptop. You should watch the review I did about the battery. God, man, that battery is massive. But anyway, you sacrifice one for the other. And then lastly, if you need multiple displays, or if you need multiple screens when you're working, get you a pair of these X-Reals. I know by the time this comes out, Apple have got their stupid little massive big headset. Bro, you don't want to be in a co-working space with that big thing on your face, man. It's just weird. Get you something discreet, get you something small, get you something that makes you look like a normal human being, yeah? Get you one of these, and then make sure that your laptop is compatible as well with them. And if anyone has any questions, hit me up. Show the 6 on the track.